The last notes of the piano concerto faded away. Sarah sat motionless, tears streaming down her wrinkled face, her cloudy eyes fixed on a point far beyond the walls of her dimly lit living room. I can still feel it. The music. It's inside me, pulsing, aching to get out. Sarah's trembling fingers hovered over the arms of her chair, twitching slightly as if playing phantom keys. Once, those hands had danced across pianos on the world's greatest stages. Now, they lay idle, weighed down by age and regret. 40 years since I've touched those keys, since that night. The night She squeezed her eyes shut, willing away the memory. But on this day, her 80th birthday, the past refused to remain buried. The recording she'd finally found the courage to play had unleashed a torrent of emotions she'd long suppressed. Sarah's gaze drifted to the corner of the room where an old dust-covered piano stood like a silent sentinel. Her heart raced as conflicting impulses warred within her. I don't deserve to play, not after what happened, but oh, how I want to feel those keys beneath my fingers just one more time. With a soft groan, she pushed herself to her feet. Each step towards the piano felt like moving through molasses, her body resisting even as her spirit urged her forward. What if I've forgotten everything? What if I can't play anymore? Her hand shook as she reached out, hesitating just inches from the piano's lid. What if I remember? Sarah's fingers brushed against the cool wood, sending a shiver through her entire body. In one fluid motion, she lifted the lid and pressed a key. The note rang out, slightly flat from years of neglect, but to Sarah, it was the sweetest sound she'd ever heard. It's still here, the music. It never left me. Her fingers began to move, slowly at first, then with increasing confidence. The melody from the recording flowed from her hands as if no time had passed at all. I remember everything. The joy, the pain, the music. It's all part of me. Tears fell freely now, dotting the yellowed keys as Sarah played. But these weren't tears of sadness or regret. They were tears of release, of rediscovery, of coming home. I've been so foolish, letting one mistake silence the music for so long. No more. The familiar melody faded, replaced by something new. Sarah's fingers moved of their own accord, composing a piece born from decades of silent longing. This is who I am, who I've always been. A musician, a creator. A soft smile played on her lips as she lost herself in the music, in the sheer joy of creation. Sarah's caregiver, Ellen, quietly entered the room, drawn by the unusual sounds. Her heart swelled at the sight of the elderly woman, whose days were usually spent in confused silence, now alive with purpose and joy. But as Ellen drew closer, the harsh reality became clear. The piano lid remained closed, its surface undisturbed. Sarah's gnarled fingers moved gracefully through the air, playing an instrument only she could see or hear. Ellen's eyes welled with tears, a complex mixture of emotions washing over her. There was sadness for the brilliant musician lost to time and illness. But there was also a profound sense of wonder and gratitude, for in this moment Sarah was whole again. In her mind, the music was real, vibrant, alive. And perhaps, Ellen realized, that's all that truly mattered. I am Sarah Collins, concert pianist, and I will play until my final breath.